honestly wasn't sure how Sony would improve on the WH-1000XM4 headphones because they are so good. In fact, they were so good that I bought a pair with my own money. Does the WH-1000XM5 make me want to do the same? Well... Hey guys, we have the Sony WH-1000XM5 headphones with us today, and it's quite a departure from the XM4. Before we get into the review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. So, let's talk design first. The biggest change here that you'll notice immediately is how the headphones no longer fold in on themselves. This means only the ear cups can swivel, and that means the case is now much bigger than the XM4's, and it's more triangular compared to the oblong shape that we are used to. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this change. I much prefer compactness, especially when these headphone cases take up space in my bag when I'm traveling. Anyway, inside the case, there's a hidden compartment for the cables. One USB-A to C for charging and one 3.5mm audio cable. The headphones no longer come with a flight adapter, which is a bit of a shame. There's a lot of padding around the bottom edges to protect the ear cups, and that's nice to see. Moving on to the headphones themselves, you'll notice that the sliding arms of the headphones have changed as well. They're now using a friction rod design instead of the notched adjuster. It's really personal preference which you like. The friction rod allows for easy adjustment while the notched adjuster allows for precision. Personally, I'm okay with both, but I do prefer the notched adjuster a bit more. This new design does help to reduce some of the plastic clucking noises though, so take a listen. Versus this. So yeah, it does feel like it sticks out more from my head though, although that could be just my imagination. The headphones are very light, and that's something inherited from the previous XM4 and XM3 models, but the XM5 is even lighter at just 250 grams. It's not the lightest in the market, sure, but it's still very comfortable over long periods of use. The plastic used here has also been changed, resulting in a slight difference in hand feel. The XM4 plastic is smoother, while the XM5's plastic is slightly more textured. Thankfully, Sony has decided to keep the buttons in all their original places, so you get the noise cancelling / ambient sound button and the power button on the left, as well as the 3.5mm port. On the right, you get the USB-C port for charging. You'll also notice that there are plenty of microphone grills all around the ear cups, with 4 microphones on each side that are used for calls and for ANC. As a side note, something that I would like from Sony would be the ability to just pull off the ear pads for easy replacement, because these are held in place with plastic clips and you can't just pull them off to replace them. You need a tool to pry them out. In this regard, the Apple AirPods Max have pretty much every other brand's headphones beat. But anyway, the padding on the ear pads are about the same thickness as the XM4's, and they are super comfortable. The leather on the ear pads and the headband is different though, and they do feel more durable than the leather on the XM4, so that's nice. Inside, there's also a big change. There are now 2 processor chips inside the XM5, the standard QN1 noise cancelling processor as well as a new integrated processor V1, which is supposed to help with noise cancelling performance. We'll touch more on that later though. The drivers have also changed, from a 40mm driver in the XM4 to a 30mm driver that uses carbon fiber composite material in the XM5. We'll see how it performs in the sound test later. These still operate predominantly on touch controls, and it's all on the right ear cup. Double tap for play pause, swipe forward to skip tracks forward, or swipe backwards to skip tracks backward. Swipe up for volume up and swipe down for volume down. Put your entire palm on the touch control sensor to activate quick attention mode, which pauses your music and pipes in external noise. Honestly, it's very intuitive and easy to use, and I'm glad Sony didn't mess with this. As for the app, it's the same old app we're used to. You get battery levels, as well as an indicator telling you what codec is being used, AAC in this case, as well as whether you have DSEE Extreme Upscaling enabled. There's also the ability to customize the adaptive sound control, allowing you to switch automatically between different modes based on whether you are sitting still, walking, running, or on a commute. Personally, I found this wasn't quite as smart on the XM4 since it would sometimes switch to sitting still when I was on a train or bus, so I mostly left this off. It can be helpful if you're planning on using the location switching though. So if you want to turn ANC off while you're in the office but turn it on once you leave, it's easily customizable here. There are also all the other features we are used to. Ambient sound customization, speak to chat, the equalizer, 360 reality audio, multi-point connectivity activation, auto power-off options, and of course, software updates. If you have an Android phone though, you get features like Google's Fast Pair that also provides Find My Device support. There's wear detection here too, although the sensor is now hidden away. It's incredibly responsive though. Just pulling the headphones away from my ears a little bit will result in my music being paused almost immediately. Sony has also finally upgraded the Bluetooth side of things, with the XM5 now using Bluetooth 5.2. There is still support for SBC, AAC, and LDAC, although of course, LDAC is only available on Android phones. There's also multi-point connectivity available, although the same problem from the XM4 is still present. You can't use multi-point connectivity with LDAC, so you'll default to AAC or SBC. Battery life is ever so slightly better in certain ways. You still get 30 hours of battery life with ANC on, but the headphones now last 40 hours with ANC off, and a 3-minute charge with a power delivery compatible adapter gives you 3 hours of battery life. It was 10 minutes of charge for 5 hours of battery life for the XM4, if you need a reminder. Let's talk about ANC though. A big change here is that you no longer have to run the noise cancelling optimizer anymore because it's all automatic. It's nice, but I'll definitely miss running that feature. It might just have been a placebo effect, but I definitely felt like running the optimizer helped to get the most out of the ANC. That being said, the ANC here has been improved slightly. Low rumbles and such are just as effectively cancelled out, but Sony has actually managed to improve the noise cancelling for higher pitched noises, which was a slight weak point for the XM4s. Personally, I felt like the XM5 actually provided a slightly better seal compared to the XM4 as well, which is always good. Perhaps it's because of the new sliders or the new leather ear pads, I'm not sure, but hey, I'm not gonna question it. All in all, Sony is still on top when it comes to ANC. So anyway, here's a short ANC test for you guys. Microphone quality is quite decent, far better than the XM4 in any case. The microphones do a very good job of making sure wind noise and such isn't picked up, and my voice comes across quite clearly. As for sound quality, well, it's that same Sony sound. The first thing you'll notice is that the bass is certainly emphasized here. So if you like bassier headphones, you'll definitely enjoy these. It's thumpy and powerful while still retaining detail. That being said, you will notice that the bass actually crowds into the mids a little bit because the mids are comparatively recessed. This can be solved by tweaking the EQ in the app, and I would actually recommend trying that out. As for the treble, it's actually quite up my alley. It's sparkly and bright and energetic, and I'm just a big fan. For some people though, it could be a bit too much, so again, you might want to adjust the sound via the EQ. Take a listen to how these sound. When it comes to price, it's certainly a little bit unfortunate that Sony has raised the price of the XM5 to 569 Singapore dollars or 399 US dollars, but it's to be expected. Most electronics are only going up in price, and in any case, Sony does have quite a few sales throughout the year, so we can probably expect to see these closer to the 350 US dollar mark after 6 months or so. And if you have the XM3 or the XM4, well, they're still very good headphones in their own right, and you can afford to wait a bit to upgrade. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Sony WH-1000XM5 headphones. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to us and like this video. Till the next one, see you guys!